Hi everyone, I am so excited. I'm going to be doing my monthly unboxing video. A lot of packages in the last little while. I've got two that I have not opened, but what I've done this month is some of the new stuff I've opened up right away, and I've already done reviews on some of the things, and I've already used some of the products in videos. Like I did that big review of all the new L'Oreal releases. So if you missed that and you're interested in new L'Oreal products, go and check it out. Some of the things I received a while ago, but I wanted to really give them a shot and test them out before I show them. Those two I haven't unboxed, but then I have like this giant box of all new stuff that I want to talk about. First, I thought I would get started with something that I actually purchased myself, so this is not a PR send out like the other things. The Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now this is not a new palette, obviously. I think this came out sometime last year, but it was one that had always been kind of on my list of something I wanted to purchase, but I always kind of held out, and then I saw it in so many people's 2016 favorites that kind of like pushed me over the edge. And I really do like the quality of the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Whoops. Shit, no. Oh, great, I just made a dent. Oh well. I really like the quality of these shadows by Anastasia in general. Like, I think I have a lot of her single eyeshadows and they're really, really nice and I love working with them. It's just this gorgeous red tone palette. You know, it's very flattering. I think if you have any kind of green or hazel eyes, this is gonna be great because there's a lot of these sort of warm reddish tones. Like my eyes are green, so this is gonna go great. But I mean, even if you don't have green eyes, this palette is something that is just beautiful because there's actually on this side a ton of neutrals in there. Like you can see this side there's more like brighter colors, but here there's lots of really nice neutrals. This palette is just super pigmented. Eyeshadows are a little bit powdery, like when you put your brush in, a lot of the powder comes off. Not in a like super negative way, because I feel like usually when I associate powderiness, it's usually very poor pigmentation, but that is not the case with this. This palette is super pigmented, and you honestly only need a tiny little amount on your brush to like do your whole eye. So I am really glad I picked this up. So next up, I got a nice package from Too Faced, and they sent me their entire peach collection. They sent me the peach palette. This is the eyeshadow palette, and I honestly haven't really used this a whole lot. I've used the neutral side more than I've used the dark side. Come to the dark side, because I think the light side is really nice for, again, daytime appropriate, neutral peach kind of tones. The darker side, I feel, is just a kind of a little bit of a strange color combination. Like there's some purples in here, which I don't really think makes sense in a peach palette. So there's like purples and there's this like green, which I guess green kind of makes sense with the peach of like the leaves or something like that of a peach. And then there's these like deep brown tones. This is kind of a palette that is kind of weird. I don't know. Like honestly, I don't know if I would buy this palette myself. I mean, the quality of the eyeshadow is nice. The lighter side I really enjoy. The darker side I think is just a little bit of an odd color combo. Like there's a few shades in here which I think are just super similar. Like these two brown shades are just super like almost the same color. And also this palette has a very fake peach scent, which a lot of people have talked about at length. That, you know, Too Faced is kind of known for scenting their products. I think they were one of the first ones to make these sort of very gourmand, intensely scented things. So this one has a very sort of fuzzy peach candy scent. I don't mind it, but I also wouldn't really mind if it didn't have that scent, you know what I mean? I find like even the chocolate one is not quite as strong. I feel like this scent is stronger. So if you're someone who's very sensitive to scents, you might want to have a whiff of this before you order it, because maybe to some people who are sensitive to scents, they might not really enjoy this. I might be actually using this more in the springtime with these peach shades. The Sweet Peach Glow palette, and this has the peach sort of blushy, like a sort of shimmery blush in the middle, and then there's kind of a lighter highlighter and a slightly darker highlighter. This one's a little bit more golden tone. This is my favorite from that whole collection. I think this is an absolutely beautiful, glowing, stunning highlighter. I think they're just like, I don't know, I just think they're really, really pretty. Like I use this one, I think the most on this side, the lighter one. I mean, I'm already wearing a little bit of highlighter today, so it's just a very like wearable highlighter, and sometimes I do combine it with the middle shade like as a blush. Like it's really, really pretty. I think this is like a good release for people with medium to light skin tone. I honestly don't really know if this would show up on darker skin tones, so I really do like this. Again, this has that sort of, yeah, fake peach scent. And then there's also the blush that comes out. This is the Papa Don't Peach. This is a really nice peach tone, sort of satin finish blush. Kind of reminds me a little bit of NARS Orgasm, except not quite as glittery. And I actually have used this one quite a bit as well. Okay, I'm just gonna pile on the blush right now. I think a super wearable blush, great for, you know, every day. And then also with that collection are a whole batch of lip oils. So these are called the Sweet Peach, Creamy Peach Oil Lip Gloss. I can't stand that name, I just think it's too long. But these are really nice glosses. It's kind of a mixture between a lip oil and a gloss. It gives you a nice amount of shine without making your lips stick together. The one that I've worn quite a lot is Peach Fuzz. I can maybe just apply a little bit of this. I mean, kind of like a peachy fragrance again, obviously, but like I actually really dig these glosses. Like a youthful peachy scent, but I actually don't mind it here in the lip gloss either. I think it's actually quite tasty. Next, I was sent some products by The Body Shop, and this is a new body care range from them. And this is the almond milk and honey range. So it is that perfect combination of like almonds and honey, just a very soft, comforting scent. It's not fruity, it's not, you know, too strong or anything. It's just like a very nice, light, fresh scent. The almond gives it that sort of nutty creaminess, and the honey just that hint of sweetness. So it's just like very creamy, warm, sweet scent. But there's also, I feel like, a little bit of a fresh scent to this. This is the Body Butter, and this is also formulated especially for sensitive, dry skin. And then I have here the Calming and Caring Bath Milk. This is just a giant tub of it. I haven't actually used this. Almond milk and honey. This is the Soothing and Caring Shower Cream. I have used this and it's really nice. And I also have like a hand cream. And then there's also a body lotion. So if you're wondering kind of the difference between these two, this is just a richer. I like to use this on my legs and stuff. And this I tend to use on my upper body where I don't want such a thick texture. Okay, I have a few more things obviously in that box, but I thought I would just kind of interject it with opening up some of the boxes back here. This is by Clinique. There is this box in here that looks very spring-like. Get the look with the Pantone Color of the Year and Clinique Eyes Shadow in Lemongrass. Okay, so that seems to be the new color, the Pantone Color of the Year for 2017 is this kind of lemongrass color. And there's a little tea in here, that's nice. There's a matcha green tea by Puka. And I have here the High Impact Volume Mascara, and this is in Extreme Black. I'm not quite sure why this is in here because I mean, this is black, so there's a little bit of a green strip though around the packaging. Maybe that's why they included it. I think this is the key product. It's the eyeshadow because this is called To a Lemongrass. So here's the eyeshadow. It's kind of like a mossy green. I mean, it's called lemongrass, but I feel like it's probably a bit more wearable than like this bright acid green color. Oh, that's actually really pretty. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the green that's in that peach palette. It's a little bit bright in this light there. You can kind of see it a little bit better. It's like this really nice mossy green. Yeah, the green here is a lot brighter by Clinique. This one in here is darker. This is the Lemongrass by Clinique, just a brighter, like a bright spring moss color almost. And then this is a little bit more of an olive toned. So and this is the other package back here that I haven't opened yet. So let us dig into that. All right, so in here is this product by Vichy, and this is called the Aqualia Thermal Extra Sensitive. So this is a cream that doesn't have any preservatives, no parabens, no alcohol, and no color agents in it. So made for sensitive skin. Hyaluronic acid, it says, and then also vitamin B3. Yes, so it's a face moisturizer with like a pump spender like that, like here. Yeah, it actually does have fragrance. See, this is the thing I just don't understand. If it's made for extra sensitive skin, like, why would you add fragrance in there? I don't know. That's the one thing that I wish Vichy didn't have is fragrance. Like, I really like their skincare. All their products have fragrance, but it feels really nice. Like, it feels moisturizing. So I was sent a bunch of things by Laura Mercier, and I've been really interested in the brand because I bought a few products myself on my last trip in the States, and I've already used them in my last tutorial. If you missed my 50 Shades Darker tutorial, I tried out a lot of these products. You can go and check them out in that video. You can kind of see how they apply and stuff. So one of the things they sent me is this like book. It's kind of neat because it's closed like this. It looks like a diary or something, and this is magnetized. And then there's a nice big large mirror here. So if you're going to take this traveling, you could definitely use this as your mirror because it's really nice and big and it's like a nice proper mirror. 12 eyeshadows on the front here, so very neutral tones. Of course, there's some green shades here, so that's kind of nice to have like a little pop of color. There's like a dark purple, and then the rest are all very neutral. There's 2 gold tones. This is really great for if you like neutrals. There's a really nice variety of highlighters, like 3 different tones of highlighting shades. There's a really nice transition color and even a darker one for darker skinned ladies. There's a really good black. The black I find is very pigmented. And then there's like a couple of different lid options that you can do. So I've actually been using this palette quite a bit, and I really enjoy the quality of these shadows as well. So this slides open. There are more products down here. So these are more like face products. There is a blush, a bronzer, and a highlighter. The blush is nice. It's like this kind of pinky coral. The bronzer is quite dark for me, so honestly I haven't really used the bronzer much. And the highlighter is not super shimmery. I don't know, I don't really like this highlighter. A little bit too much like an eyeshadow, but you could definitely use this as an eyeshadow, like as another sort of lid option, or you could use it underneath your eyebrow. And then there's 2 products here, and I'm honestly not really sure if they're I think they're supposed to be either eyeliners, or you can use them in your brow, like this dark brown you could use as a brow. There's some brushes down here, and then there is a black eyeliner. The only thing about the eyeliner is that I wish it were darker. Like it's black, but it's not super jet black. Kind of more of a charcoal-y black. I will put the exact name of what this is called because it doesn't have it written on it. I think it's called the Masterclass Eye Palette 2. She also sent me 3 lipsticks, and these are the Velour Lovers Lip Color. This, I think I used 2 of them actually in that tutorial as well. This one's called An Affair Deep Red. It's not too dark. It's not like a vampy, super vampy, deep like burgundy, but it's just like a medium toned. This one is called Fantasy, and this is a coral. This is gonna be great for like springtime. And then the last one in here is called Addiction, and this is just like a really juicy red. A tomato red color, kind of going a little bit into the orangey red. So those are there, and they seem to have like almost a matte finish. They're not matte in the sense that they're like super dry, chalky, super matte like that, sort of more of a satin matte, but very, very comfortable to wear. There's 2 foundations in here, and now these are 2 of the same, just in 2 different colors. So this is the Candle Glow Soft Luminous Foundation, and I was really curious about this. Like, it's supposed to be a luminizing, sort of glowy finish foundation, and I was very excited to try this. And I used it actually in the video. If you want to, again, check it out. You can see me applying this. I have to be honest and say I was a little bit disappointed in this product just because it's extremely sheer. I mean, it doesn't say that it's like full coverage or anything. It's described as a light to medium finish. I would definitely categorize it more light than medium. It's super sheer, so it really doesn't cover up much. I needed at least 2 layers to get a medium coverage. I mean, if I wanted full coverage, I have to do like 3 layers, which then starts to become a little bit cakey. You know, this I think is good for people who have almost near perfect skin, or who just like a very, very light coverage, maybe for every day, maybe going to school or going to work. Then I think maybe yes, but if you're looking for coverage, you still want that glowy look but coverage, then I think you're not going to be too happy with this just because it is sheer. And I just found it a little bit hard to blend. It just looked watery. Like, even if I'm blending it here, it just, I don't know, it doesn't blend like super smoothly. I feel like I can see it sitting on top of my skin. Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed in that foundation. It has like a glowy finish, but to me it's just way too sheer, and I just wasn't crazy about the finish, to be honest. So this is the Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. I think this is in the shade number 2. So unfortunately, this is just in the wrong shade for me. As you can see, like, you know, it's too dark. I mean, visibly too dark, so I can't really use this. Maybe I could use it like a light, super light bronzer. Maybe I can try that out, but it's not like a very pigmented powder. This is meant to be more as a finishing powder that adds like a subtle glow. It's definitely not a highlighter or anything like that. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Hourglass ambient lighting powders. Glowy finish, but very natural looking. I'm just bummed that it's, you know, it's too dark, so I won't really be able to use it. But I will pass this on. It just feels like silky smooth. Like it just feels super, super nice. So then there's also this little travel pouch for like a travel makeup brush set, like this, and then you can just tie it like that. This is the inside. It has this sort of leopard print, 6 brushes. And honestly, I can't really tell. I think they might be synthetic, all of them. Pretty sure these are synthetic brushes. Thank you so much to Laura Mercier for sending that through. And then I was also sent a couple things by MAC. So they have released a new color range for their retro matte liquid lip colors. So they're liquid lipsticks. They've come out with a bunch of new shades. I'm not sure if the new shades are permanent or if they're limited edition. I just tried to go on the website and try to find out if they're limited edition. I think they might be permanent. I couldn't really figure it out. I was sent 2 of the new colors. Now there's been a ton of new colors, so there's a lot more. There's a lot more nude shades that have come out, and sort of these trendy, dirty looking nude shades. You know what I mean? Like these kind of grayish stone nude colors have come out. So this one is called High Drama. So this is High Drama right there. Oh Lady, so this I think is also a new color, and definitely a bit more pink toned. So you can see them. This is the darker one, which is High Drama, and this is Oh Lady. So they're not dry yet. They're still drying. I have a few of the retro mattes by MAC, and honestly, I really like them. I've heard from other people on YouTube who review them that they don't really like these compared to other brands, but I really do like them. So I don't know. I mean, it just shows that everybody's different. Everybody's gonna like different things. I find that they're not as drying as other ones. I mean, honestly, I haven't tried out like every single liquid lip stick brand. I mean, I have a lot of the Anastasia ones. The Anastasia ones are really nice, but I find them just really, really dry. I really like them, and I also really like the shape of the brush. They have this sort of teardrop kind of shape. There you go. So they kind of have like a curved, pointy shape. It tapers up into kind of like a point. So you can really use the point to be super precise. This one is giving me a little bit of streaky vibes. The High Drama. So this one is applying a little bit streaky. This one is one that you might need 2 coats of. Those are new at MAC. Again, they come in lots of new colors, so you can go and check those out. So lastly, I got a box by NYX Cosmetics, and this actually, I think it just arrived like before the weekend. So I opened it, but I haven't really checked out what's in here. I mean, just briefly. Strobe of Genius Illuminating Palette. Highlighting palette, strobing palette, highlighting palette. There's a whole range of colors in here. This looks really cool. Of course, I'm drawn to this color right away because it's just the lightest, bronzier shades in here. This one is kind of like a medium, a lilac. That's kind of interesting. Ooh, that's really pretty. Can you see that? They do have shimmer, but I feel like they could be even shimmerier. So this one is really pigmented. Can you see that lilac shade right there? There's a lot of pigmentation to that, and also this bronzy one. So I think that this would definitely show up on darker skin tones because there's a lot of pigment to it. This lighter one, which I guess would be good for my sort of skin tone, isn't really super pigmented, unfortunately. I don't know. I feel like they could be a little bit more shimmery, but I think it's nice that there's a whole range of color options in there, and they seem soft, and there's no glitter. I hate when highlighters or strobing products have glitter in them. I always think that is such a fail. The Lid Lingerie. It's an eye tint. That's interesting. Okay, so here is the Lid Lingerie, and this is in 07, and it looks like a pink. Very metallic, so they look very metallic. Have that same doe foot applicator as the lip lingeries. They feel like a liquid lipstick, but I guess you're supposed to use them on your eyes. Oh, it blends out really nicely. Look at that. It goes from stark color to a really soft gradient. Really easy to blend out. I guess, let's see if this one sets, because I'm hoping that they set. And this is in the shade 09, and it's like a bright teal. Just like a really pretty turquoisey green color. And again, you can probably blend that out Really easy to blend. I'm just gonna blend like one side. You have to work actually kind of quickly. I'm just seeing like one side is already set. I mean, they feel very easy to blend out with my finger. So you can see like it goes from darker to really nice blended. Wow, it's totally set. There is no budging at all. This gives me life. Like this is kind of similar to those L'Oreal lid things that I reviewed. This is like so much better, honestly. That looks really interesting. You could probably wear them on their own because they do set and they look very light, but very like pigmented, but you could probably also use them as an eyeshadow base and then just layer color. And I'm just trying to remove one side with a wipe, and they're super easy to remove. Ooh, this green one is leaving a stain, so I might need like an oil-based remover, like I have to scrub a little bit harder. This one's called Rose Pearl. So this kind of looks more like skin tone colored. I guess if you have this kind of skin tone, like more neutral colors, like the ones I tried are sort of the brighter ones, but they definitely have some more neutral colors. So that's really cool. I'm very excited about that release. Thank you so much, NYX. So thank you to all the brands that have sent me their products. It is amazing to me that, you know, I can always show you what's new and I can always use new products in my tutorials, and I definitely wouldn't be able to do that without the support of these brands. So thank you. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you missed any of my unboxings and you want to see more like this, then check out the playlist right now, and you can also subscribe to my channel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye everyone.